Hello everyone, I am Darkness and welcome back to God of War. Now, I decided to start off right before the scene that I left it off, which is this scene. So, let's go ahead and watch this again.
Shoot when you're ready. Remember, draw to your chest. The wild boar's hide is thick.
And we're gonna help him shoot it.
But I hit it, didn't I? I did what you said and it looked like it bounced off. Could the boar be magical?
What do you think?
It looked weirder than any boar I've ever seen.
Get after it then.
So, thank you for joining me again. If you're coming on back, I'm sorry for the breaks in between. There's not much I can do right at the present time.
More of those people?
Something else.
But I need to, I'm gonna, as quickly as possible, get to as much as I can, but I kept my promise. I got up on my history of God of War and re-upped on the Norse mythology I already had saved, because if you haven't seen, I already had to do a lot into Norse mythology and Celtic playing Senua, or Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, which is one of my pride and joys of games, because the makers of the game actually tweeted out and said I got closest to what they were going for in my analysis of it all. So they tweeted out my playlist and all that jazz, which was, oh yeah, and I killed this guy already. And that's what I get for
Some of the bodies are those weird dead things.
Draugrs. Okay, so here's the big things that stood out to me. Now that, and by the way, we're playing on a PS4 Pro now, so that might entice some people to want to watch this, because the quality,
Over here too. They must have been fighting.
the quality to me, it just looks smoother. Like everything, the frame rate's higher. I can just tell that the frame rate's actually where it needs to be. To you guys, you might not notice a difference. I can tell, and it probably will just come through as being consistent. I'm not sure. There's a big problem with what I remember now of with mythology. There's a huge problem that I overlooked, which is, one, I'm probably not wrong on who I think showed up at the doorstep. I don't know the reason why. The problem is that I don't know where the rest of them are, but I've got a good guess. So we'll explain that. I'll explain that in a second, and then right there, dude. So the biggest problem is that we've talked about Odin, and we've talked about Odin sending somebody, which makes me reinforce who must have been sent. Someone he trusted, obviously, and that was like a god. Oh.
I got it. Elbow up. Steady hand. Relax. Accuracy over speed. Yes!
Do not lose it.
Uh-oh, you dropped. There is a very... Wait. Where's Atreus?
Boy! Where are you?
Hurry, father! I found it!
Yeah, I think we're more concerned about what's going on with you.
Atreus!
He's slowing down!
Not Atreus, Atreus. There we go.
Atreus!
I'm trying to find you.
What did you do? I'm sorry.
Atreus!
Wait, what?
We didn't know he belonged to anyone.
He doesn't. He's my friend.
The boy is following my command.
Then help fix this. Hold here, please. Hold, I said. He's losing blood. The last of his kind in all the realm, and you shoot him. You needed food?
Target practice.
Target practice.
I'm so sorry.
Keep that pressure on. The blame is mine. I should have kept a closer eye.
Will he die?
I will not let him. You, the arrow cut a tideway inside him. Find both ends and hold them tightly. Start with the left side. Grab it and hold. Now the right side. Hold it tight. Good. Now pull them together. Line them up.
You're a witch.
I can't finish the healing here. My home is just beyond the trees there. You will carry him. He must not die.
Good. He seems stable and calm for now. Kratos.
I want to know that pig's name immediately. Immediately. All these little things aren't things that go unnoticed anymore. I'm gonna do my best.
That bow's a little big for you, isn't it?
My mother made it for me. Said I'd grow into it.
I've never seen you in these woods. She must miss you being away from home.
She's dead. We're taking her ashes to the highest peak in the realms.
Ashes?
It was her last wish.
Boy,
I'm sorry for your loss.
So, here's the problem that we're gonna run into real quick. We're switching from Greek mythology to Norse, which means that, you know, at...
You live in a tree?
Not in it. Below it.
Hemele!
Look!
Ooh.
It's alright.
It's a turtle.
Is he friendly?
boy.
I promise you, he's safe.
The biggest problem with transitioning mythos and all that is that, so at the end of God of War 3, even Athena could see that humanity couldn't flourish as long as Zeus was alive. So she kind of helped out. Zeus is dead. Kratos survived the fight and is here now,
Quickly.
being something else that he's never been before previously, because
Him on the stave there. Keep him still.
okay.
You live alone?
It's better this way.
Yeah, my father doesn't like people either.
Boy.
Well, don't.
Hold him still before he hurts himself. Good. Easy. Rest now. I need 2 more things. Fresh red root grows just behind the house. Can you pull a cluster?
What else?
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
That is none of your concern.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. I know. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult. The boy will want answers.
That will be my problem.
Whatever you're hiding, you cannot protect him forever. But you're right. Doesn't concern me. I also need lamb's cress. Do you mind? It's a white petal flower in my garden. Just a handful.
Fine. Lamb's cress.
And I have control back. Oof. There is an issue. We're butting up old gods with new gods, and this is a time where, yes, but we're looking also at later on with Norse mythology. It butts up against the Christianization of and Rome. Okay, we're not there yet. We're not at that point. We're at the point right now where we've got two different mythos kind of interfering with each other. And one is that Kratos just, in the last game, destroyed Olympus and everything to do with it for the most part. He became the god of war in the second game, but you find out that he's a son of Odin. Or not of Zeus. So I think now I'm gonna get gods mixed up all over the place. So Zeus wanted him dead. Now the problem with all of that and Athena saving Zeus' life, blah blah blah, getting up to speed, realizing Zeus was holding him back, Kratos letting the Kronos and all the other Titans out to try to take him down. That whole plan, fighting inside Gaia, blah, 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 blah. All the problems with that is that they didn't all necessarily die. It's just that I
can't quite get it.
the old gods are dead and the new gods are here, which are the Norse gods. How they came into being, I don't know.
Would this help?
I dropped it.
When you were chasing the animal.
What's wrong with me? If I lost it, then
You did lose it.
I'll take better care of it from now on.
The problem is that I don't know how the two, like, one leads into the other, which is a question in a second. If this is the beginning and Odin's already here sending somebody else, and I believe I know who it is I fought in the beginning, Odin would have one of two reasons to visit and want something. Actually, three, and I don't know which one it is.
Exactly what I need.
I don't know which version of Odin we're getting either, which is an issue for me.
So he's gonna live?
Yes.
Then we are leaving.
Wait. Not without thanks. You want solitude? This mark will hide you from those who might make your journey difficult. Luina. Luina. Himalaya. There's a shortcut below the house that leads safely out of these woods. Follow this path down, then head towards daylight.
Will we see you again?
As much or as little as you like. Now get out of here.
Tomboy.
This underground passage should put you back on your path to the mountain. Just use the boat.
You've acquired the...
And take this. You can use it to orient yourself and navigate the world. It will always steer you towards your goals.
Yeah, I was trying to read that, but I guess you explained it out loud, so yay. That means the world just became more open map, which is whoa. Wait, what? Wait, hi there.
Nightmares. Mom used to tell me about them. Didn't think they were actually real.
Nightmares.
Yeah. They give people nightmares. Or they are nightmares. I don't remember which. I wish I could.
So the gods are that they're dealing with. I've dealt with already, like I said, from Hellblade, and the key for me was the fact that Norse and Celtic mythology was butting up against each other, and that's hi there. That's how I could tell what was going on for the most part. Or rather, how I got an idea of what was happening. And then was able to run with it like the Dickens.
Isn't that heavy?
Yes.
Doesn't seem heavy.
Hold on. I don't know what it's uncovering or what it's doing. Or if I need to use it. I think the key to this game is going to be figuring out where Greek mythology is ending. And we've just got the new mythology, the new Norse mythology. It's going to be a lot easier said than done. However, I immediately realized that out of the notes of knowing what happens with Senua and her journey, there are a few key figures that are missing immediately that should have been mentioned. Like, immediately they should have been popping up their head. And they're not.
Do not touch the water.
Why?
Do you know what is under the surface?
No. It's pitch black.
Then do not touch the water.
Good advice. Yeah, the absolute problem I'm having right at the moment is hi there. Can I kill it? Absolute problem I'm having is that one in particular that, like, I can't believe a game like this wouldn't be harping over. But then again, I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, view and menu. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use that one, of course. Yeah, that talisman. Yeah. So I can just gain a burst of health that way. That's cool. I don't want to take the boat yet. I want to check out everything else. So as soon as I take this, I'm gonna run out of all the other options of. Yeah, I know, but I'm beating the shit out of stuff. Like, Atreus, you gotta hold your horses for me. And I know I'm rambling a lot this episode. I'm really sorry about that. I know some of you are just like, get on to the hacking and slashing. I swear I am. I'm going to get there. But this game,
To me.
this game is very much story driven, as opposed to the other ones, and the story is not the easiest. Wait, what? Wait a second. These hold the runes. I'm totally missing something. Have I been No. That's something to come back to. He said stay away from the water. Couldn't see it, stay away from it. Okay. Hoping my assumption on this one's right. To keep going. Now, one version of Odin I don't think would give a shit. But apparently Odin sent somebody to come deal with me. This version of Odin does give a shit.
Now we get to the mountain quick.
The shits that
I can't believe I'm here. In always. There was a time I thought I'd never leave our woods. Or even my own beds.
You were not to blame for your sickness.
Oh, I know. I guess I'm just saying. This is great.
There's no symbol for me to dock or do anything or to get over to that, which I want. Like, I want that very badly, but I'm going to wait. She said we could visit as much or as little, so I'm assuming this is not the end of being here, but I could be wrong. And I probably am gonna end up kicking myself and having to go back and like play off camera because I want some of that stuff, and then I'll be like,
There's
I
the mountain.
can't get
How
back.
close we are.
We flow into seawater.
How do you know?
Do you not smell it?
If that smells the sea stinks.
Uh-oh. So I did possibly pass up some puzzles. Great. Looks like off-camera work is at hand. Oh, love it when I have to backtrack.
It's Thor.
Thor, god of thunder.
That's right. I never thought you listened when Mother spoke of the gods.
I seldom did. Did she speak of one who could feel no pain?
Oh. That sounds like Baldur.
Balder.
An Aesir god. Son of Odin and Frigg.
And Odin is king.
That's right. Why do you ask?
Well, that sums that up. Yes, it's Baldur that I fought. Now what he was looking for is the problem. And Odin sent him. There's no need for him to listen to, about the stories of those guys because, like he said, it's a different realm, a different everything. And he destroyed Olympus, so the gods he's fought and are used to, the reason why he's wearing those bandages, those have all been stripped away from him. He's not that
I see
Kratos anymore.
just sitting there in the middle of a lake.
Man, I feel like I'm gonna be backtracking. Ever get that feeling? I got that feeling.
I see runes there in this chest. Can't quite make it out. It reads, sacrifice your arms to the center of the water. Awaken again the cradle of the world. What? Throw our weapons into the water? Guess that won't be a problem for you. Are you gonna do it?
The axe did not return.
Oh crap. It's a trap.
What is this?
It's the world serpent.
The world serpent, you say?
Stay calm, boy!
I am! This is great!
It speaks?
Yeah! Mom said he's friendly!
What does it say?
I don't know! That was amazing! Wait! There's a shipwreck way over there. See that? And there's a statue of Thor. Except I can see a lot more of him now.
The water dropped, and the serpent rose.
Oh, that must be why the beach wasn't there before, see? And there's the mountain. Look it, that building leads from the foot of the mountain to that golden temple.
It was all just under the surface.
Except for the statue. Good thing, huh? There's even a dock. There, next to the flag.
Oh boy.
We're going to the dock first, right? We'll be the first people to walk on it in who knows how long.
You know of that serpent?
He's one of the giants. He's so big he's wrapped around the whole world and bites his own tail.
An exaggeration.
I don't know. Look pretty.
Not sure it's an exaggeration. Where's the world serpent? Giants. Oops, bestiary. Wouldn't it be? Here it is. Witch of the Woods. Turns out the magic boar is a friend. We just woke the world serpent of Midgard. Father thought he was going to try to eat us, but Mother always said, I'm not even trying that again, was a friendly giant. He tried speaking to us, but I couldn't understand him. I wonder if that's the language all of the giants speak. He doesn't seem very interested in us right now. I wish I could talk to him. I have so many questions. Where did he come from? What does he do all day? What does he eat? Maybe we can find a way to talk to him.
Pretty big to me.
There's part of me that I can't access my weapon right now, but I want to, like...
Oh, good. I was hoping we might explore a little.
When we wish to continue our journey, we know to return here.
Yeah, I'm not looking to continue the journey quite yet. Oh, there's a dock here. God, I didn't think the world serpent would be involved, so I didn't think much about that. But the world serpent would prove... it wouldn't prove... Odin could be concerned about the giants, but there's a few reasons that he could be concerned about that. He could be concerned about his own status and his children, but he's got one fighting me. He could be concerned about the thing that always concerns Odin. And you can't go back. Look, the water dropped everywhere. Oh, we couldn't see the bottom before. Yes, backtracking actually is the name of the game right now. If the water dropped everywhere, then the water dropped where we were before. So I guess I'll end up ending it off, going back, and getting the treasure I couldn't before. Isn't it too early for him to worry about this kind of stuff? Alright, Ragnarok is where pretty much all of them die, and it's almost like an Adam and Eve story. But there are more gods involved with that. There are names that haven't been dropped. I haven't even heard of, like, we dealt with Hell, back over in, Hellblade, and that was a big deal.
The water dropped.
And the serpent rose. Right. I knew that.
Whoa, can I actually? Is that a... Is that a thing I could... Oh, the thing is above me now. Oh, crap. So the next time I get over to this area is when I'll be able to actually do what I want to do? Is that what it's trying to pretty much tell me? Like, I've got to be able to come back here afterwards again. What would make... How many years have passed? That's a good question. Alright, I fought Baldur. I can just let that out. I knew who I thought I fought. That's who the stranger is. He didn't just have one son, depending on where you're going for. I mean, we're not dealing with old man Odin. We're dealing with not so nice
Some
Odin.
statue. Who built it, you think?
I do not know.
I think we're dealing with an Odin that isn't the biggest fan of me journeying for some reason. But that's because I'm a god of the old world. But if I'm a god of the old world and we're trying to figure out how the gods collide, pretty much. Yeah, where's the new boat dock? It's right there? Okay. The big problem with that is pretty simple.
Easy?
Boy,
Sir,
Don't let me ramble too much.
some kind of drawing. Maybe a map? Oh, maybe a treasure map.
Where? What are you even looking at? Can I throw you up there, please? I'd like to throw you up there, please. I just toss you places a lot, so... Oh, here we go. There we go. What do we got from you?
Up there. See it?
Nope, I don't see anything at the moment. I don't know what you're staring at. Oh. No backup.
That could be valuable.
Okay. Every other time this thing got hit, it impales. I can't... I'm gonna get myself killed doing that. So, I'm gonna leave it off here for right now because the thing that's bothering me and makes me want to go back is the World Serpent is involved. There's a lot of people involved. There are names that haven't been mentioned yet. Hela is not here. How the son of a god from the old world mating with anyone and then being involved in Norse mythology now throws a monkey wrench into all of it. We're dealing with an Odin who has objectives, which usually means that when Odin had objectives, he was trying to deal with the idea of Ragnarok. My phone really is trying to bug me right now. And he sent Baldur after me, which is one of the ones who, like... But I mean, like it was Thor and Odin and hell didn't the world serpent die in Ragnarok? Loki, did Hel die? I don't remember. a bunch of them die, the world floods, and then it's like an Adam and Eve story. I don't. It makes me start questioning exactly, and that brings up the question also. What is my son? I'm dealing with the wrong mythology. They just gave themselves a free pass to do whatever the hell they wanted. And that is not lost on me, because Atreus over here is this and mommy dearest over there was, I don't know. I don't remember. What was her name? Faye? I don't remember. I remember names that sound familiar to that. But, I mean, that's got to be... I'm going to have to take one more gander at mythology, because there is a name that I guess... There are a few names you could shorten that are familiar to that. Okay. We're not even going to talk about how some of these creatures get made, because there's a wolf that gets involved in all of this, and let's not talk about how the birds and bees are made in this game, because we're just skipping right over that. But all right, picking the game up right after I actually now know a little bit more of my mythos only just led to more questions. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry that this was a rambly episode. I will do my best to put my thoughts in order before the next one and try to not ramble the whole time, because now I have confirmation that was Balder, which means that I also have confirmation that we've got Odin involved, which means if that's Balder, Thor is somewhere around here. And we probably have an issue with, I need to look up his mom's name, because of course, why would not they play? She just mentioned that he's a god. Now, he was stripped back to mortal form back in God of War 2, but he used the Fates, which I'm glad I got that correct. The Fates have always been mischievous. The Fates have always kind of played their own game. And yes, a lot of people remember from Greek mythology, the animated movie Hercules doesn't get it too wrong. Cutting the strands of fate. No, they actually deal with a lot of time. God of War 2 gets it kind of right, but they deal with the fate of people a lot. The Fates being around still is a big deal, and they get carried over kind of. But it's actually not the Fates anymore who can do all of the things that they could in Greek mythology. In Norse mythology, there's a certain group that kind of take over some of the role of the Fates. Hell, if I remember, it's not Hell or Hela at all, but I can't remember who that group is. But they take over some of what the Fates would have done. Can't remember. The biggie is that the Fates kind of, depending on the mythology and the rabbit hole you want to go down with Greek, Roman, wherever you want to kind of gravitate in there, because that it gets a little messy. But we're gonna go Greek, since we're talking about Zeus here, and we're not talking about we're using all Greek names, like Ares instead of Mars, things like that. Time and being able to have, just like Athena had unclouded eyes and could see Zeus was going to be the reason why men would not thrive, which is why she helped after dying. She helped bring down Olympus. That gift belongs to somebody, and it's kind of touched on in, oh yeah, it is. In Hellblade, it's a little bit touched on, but she is going through her own thing, which that's a different playthrough to watch if you want to see how you can take two mythologies, smash them together, and see what happens to the person that's in the middle of it. It's a great game. I'm going to go off and ponder things on my own for a bit. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Promise there'll be more action in the next one because I won't just sit here and psychobabble for a while. The World Serpent is just going to be there for a while. I'll re-look him up because I forgot his actual role, especially when it comes to the idea that I'm going to have to lean towards Ragnarok. But there are key figures missing. Well, and that witch, if she is of the old, she's making it sound like she doesn't want to be found either. So now am I going to have to go back into my Greek and remember who she is? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see what happens. I hope to see you back here for the next one really soon. Bye.